Please, the show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The time is now. The time is now. The time is now. I'm Trent, and this is Vision Preparedness. The time is now. The time is now.
Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? Snuck up on y'all, didn't I? Yeah, sure did. Welcome in. Good to see you on this amazing wet Friday. I hope everybody's doing well. We got a live tonight. I've been talking with my brother, and we're going to talk about a few things and go from there. But first, I need to speak to the most important. Y'all. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Yeah, absolutely. Jennifer, Ocean Homestead. Good evening. How are you, family? Hope you had a great day today. Loretta, good evening. Good evening, sister. Hope you had an amazing day today. My Renaissance grandma's in the building, so y'all better behave. That's one grandma here. Now, if Celtic grandma shows up, y'all better put on your best behavior because you know grandma don't play. Don't play whatsoever. Southern Tier Prepper in the building. Good to see you. Hope you had a great day today. My man, KP, hope y'all are doing okay with hurricane, whatever her name is, that rolled through, and he is still the best concrete man in the business. Good to see you, my brother. Scott Hummer's in the building. Good to see you, bruh. Hope you doing well. Today is Friday, y'all. We made it to the weekend. Shannon, good to see you as well as she speaks to everybody. Oops is in the building. He said, spam heads rise. There you go, y'all. Good to see you, Oops. Good to see you. Who else we got in the building here? Paul J. Conroy Sr., my man, my guy. Good to see you, as he says to everybody, good evening. Yes. Talia Davis Baker, good evening. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you for joining us tonight on this impromptu Friday Night Live. I can't even remember last time. I haven't. I've never done a Friday Night Live, but the COO has homework to do, so she is neck deep in books and papers and computers and stuff. So I said, let me get out of her way and give her some quiet time. And Cole is in his room either behaving or misbehaving. So yeah, that's how it goes tonight. Yeah, but good to see everybody coming in. Scott Hummer, good to see you. My man, Robert Bates. Yes, indeed. Hope you had a great day today, Robert. Welcome in. Welcome in. My man, Vet Prep. That's right, bruh. Hi, everybody from a very windy and rainy Ohio. That's it. Rain is much needed. It truly is, Vet Prep. You're right, bruh. My garden is loving it, and yeah, definitely needed. Yeah. Ha! My brother, my man, my guy. Good evening, everyone. I guess the time is now for a Friday special. That's right, my man, Devil Dog Prepper. Folks, and if y'all have not, do me a favor. Go on over there and subscribe to Devil Dog Prepper's channel. We got a couple of days left. We're trying to get him to 500 subscribers before the end of September. Yeah. Frank Short's in the building. Good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. As he tells everybody, hopefully everybody made it through the storm okay. And to the people who walked in the storm's path, hopefully you had a blessed day. Amen. Amen, Frank. Lisa Harris, good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, Scott Hummer's in the building. Pibble Mama, good to see you. Good to see you. That's right. She said, hey, y'all, from a drenched Tennessee. That's right. The rain is just pounding and hammering and doing its thing. Just gifted. Good evening. Good to see you. They speak to everybody. Aston Teen, the 85's in the building. Good to see you, sister. I hope you and the mister are doing well and everything is doing okay in your part of these republic states of America. Mrs. Meadows in the building. Good to see you, Mrs. Meadow. Hope you had a great day today. Coffee as usual. Good to see you. Well, bang! How you doing down there, bruh, in Southern Ohio? I hope you're not waterlogged. I hope you and the missus are doing okay and everything is going well. My man Ed, yeah, he said it's still a great time in upstate New York. You got that right, Ed. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope Tara's doing well, and all of the folks up there in New Yorkistan are hanging in. So, folks, we got a show tonight. We're going to talk about a few things. One of them I talked about. Another one I briefly talked about. But I got my friend with us, y'all. My brother, my guy. Country Dreamin, and we're going to talk it up. We're going to talk about some things. So let me bring my brother to the stage. And y'all, give a warm welcome to my brother, Country Dreamin. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Man, I'm doing great and hoping to get better, bro. How you doing? I'm tired. I'm real tired. But
Yeah,
outside of that,
it's been one of them days.
it's been one of them days, man. I've been up since about a little after 5 this morning, and
Okay.
I'm good. I'm here. I'm breathing. I woke up on this side of the dirt, so life is great, man.
Exactly. Exactly. Ghost Lincoln's in the building. Good to see you, my brother. Michigan Outpost 231. Good to see you. I hope you and the family, everybody's doing well. The daughter, the grandbaby, everybody is just doing perfect in that place up north. You know, Brad, when November comes, we going to have a discussion because it's the battle of the states.
Yeah.
Ohio State versus that school up north, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see. But until then, skull to you, my friend. You know we will always be brothers, except for on that particular Saturday. It is what it is.
I can't help but notice who you didn't mention, sir. But
Who's that?
don't matter.
What? Ain't no
Don't matter.
what? If they ain't in the top five, I'm not gonna matter. What that T-shirt you got on? What's that mean? What is that? What is that? Woolly mammoth? What is that?
Absolutely nothing, sir.
You know? Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Cha-Cha's in the building. Good to see you, sister. Hope you doing well as she's speaking. Good to see you. Hope everything's going well with all of y'all. Everybody talking about, hey, Country Dreamin. Yeah, PJ's in the building. Good to see you, PJ. All right, man. Let's dive into this because we've been talking. Cat Lady Nelly, welcome in. Jason Ewing's in the building. Good to see you. Look at that. Just gifted. Country
Jason, what's up,
Dreamin.
fam?
Hey, fam. Yeah, everybody just doing their thing, coming in, and just come on in and settle down, y'all. It's Friday, and we're going to have a conversation or three. So, we've been talking on the phone and texting and sharing information, and we both have come to the same conclusion. Now, you've been talking about what's the word I want to use so that we don't get our legs whooped, as you say. Uh, uh, World uniting, I'll say that. That's the word I'm going to use. So we'll go from that. Shanna Hewing, good to see you. Welcome in. Hope you doing well. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by.
Hey,
Grab a
Shanna.
seat.
Hey, Shanna.
Yeah. CUCV Farmer,
Yeah.
watching from the People's Republic of Michigan. Yeah. Everybody's rolling in here. So,
outstanding.
Mrs. Meadow says, stock up big time today. That's right, folks. We'll wrap up with that for sure. So let's which one you want to dive in? So, folks, the double whammy. I talked about on Thursday about the Longshoreman possible strike coming in a couple of days or three. 1, 2, 3, 4 days to be exact. So, Country Dreamin, you want to tell the folks what would be the repercussions of normal folk like us if there is a strike? Oh,
Well,
wait a
before I
minute.
just jump,
I see
go ahead.
something.
Go ahead.
Be Rich. Thank you. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you. And y'all know I appreciate it, Be Rich. Uh I y'all will never hear me ask for no money. Okay. I don't care if I ain't got no money. Well, I don't, but I ain't never gonna ask for no money. But all donations, thank you. You didn't have to, but you did, Be Rich, and I appreciate you. All donations go right back into the channel to bring y'all amazing content and events. Again, thank you so much, Be Rich. I appreciate you. All right, go ahead, bruh.
Well, me and Vision is very different in this regard because there is some po folk in the world, and I'm one of them. So I ain't changed my cash app yet. If you want to send $37 to Country Dreamin, or you want to take my free email class, it's still It's free, but it's $37. It's $37 for the administrative fees. So it's still African Dreaming at hell, I can't even remember. This African Dream or something. But I ain't rich like Vision. So if y'all feel so inclined, and it's gonna go right back into the channel by me some more chicken feed and and doing other little in depth, maybe some freedom seeds here and there. So I'm just throwing that out there. Cause I'm gonna say this, y'all. Everybody speaking, I want to say thank you to y'all, to all the people who's speaking out there, who's saying hello in the chat. I see you. I'm waving back at you. It ain't a whole lot of people who can pull me out the bushes because I've been really, really busy over on this end. If I ain't over here, the little bit that I do on social media still, I'm doing it over on another platform, and I ain't been super busy on the YouTube machine the way I used to be. But Vision, Eco Neighbor, and maybe one or two folks can kind of pull me out the bushes to have important conversations like what we finna have tonight. So with that being said, yeah, it's still African Dream and something. So send me $37 and I'll teach you how to use an email effectively, because that's how we differ. Now, there's other stuff going on. I like how I like how you worded that, bro. You said I like to call those entities the people.
Okay.
The people,
yeah,
then got together and decided what they finna do for everybody on the planet. They done said, this is what we finna do. We gonna get together and we know what's best for all of y'all. Everything from y'all health to how your finances finna work to how your government is about to work. And ultimately what we getting at is a loss of sovereignty. Being a black American, being a black man. First off, I'm a Texan before anything. I happen to be a black Texan. We talking about the loss of sovereignty. And if that ain't a big deal to some of y'all, which it might not be, I don't know. But for me, hell, everybody don't like my state governor. He ain't perfect. I ain't said I was in love with him. Some things I like how he do. Some things I don't like how he handles it. But at the end of the day, I can do the necessary things to protect myself, and that's one of the things I love about my great state. So you can sleep on that if you want to, but if you have entities that exist that are really negotiating and compromising and have done so already, the very sanctity of your country.
Mm-hmm.
Before I go too deep, Vision, let me shut up. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, you hit the nail on the head, and that's why we here talking. Cause when I am fortunate enough and blessed enough to get you on a live stream or on a phone conversation or to get a text from you, I just get giddy, and I'm like, okay, let's have a conversation and let's talk about it. Tuck, good to see you. Welcome in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my question was, could you explain to the people, if the longshoremen go on strike on October 1st, what does that mean to we the people?
It mean all hell gonna break loose. Now you do have a little bit of window, honestly. So this how the thing go, and I just want to put it out there where the goats can get it. Make it simple, make it plain. So this is the reality. People got their different emotions and feelings towards this and that. Let's just talk about what's really going on. At the end of the day, after it's all said and done, if these longshoremen do in fact go on strike, here's what's gonna happen. You got everything that's in the supply chain existing, and that's gonna be it. A lot of people are using this opportunity to compare. Y'all, I got a gnat in here. I'm sorry. If you see me swatting at something, miss a little gnat, y'all can't see it. Um, uh, a lot of people are trying to compare this situation to the thing that happened back in 2020. Those are two different circumstances. Yes, you had ships sitting offshore and it was delayed and it was backed up and it was an inconvenience and it was this and that and everybody was talking about the supply chain. That is a very different circumstance than saying 45,000 longshoremen who load and unload all the things that we use day-to-day life no longer being accessible. So everybody could very well find themselves and see themselves in a circumstance where if you ain't got it, you ain't gonna get it. I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me, I'm talking to people in the bushes, I'm talking to people who gonna watch this replay, I'm talking to all of y'all. So I really need this listening audience. I think most of y'all up on game. But for those who don't know, I really, really, really need y'all to understand some of the things that we take for granted may not be really available in a matter of weeks.
Yes.
It's estimated that for one, it's going to impact the economy because we're talking about $1 billion, $5 billion per day. I'm not an economic major. I don't know. I'm going off of two reports that I've seen and nothing that is in opposition to that estimation. $5 billion a day. And for every 1 day that this strike is on, 7 days of loss and backup in the system itself. So if, for instance, hypothetical, if this strike were to go on for let's say a month, we in bad shape. If it go on for 2 months, we talking about what items exist in every warehouse, all the containers, all the shipyards, all the back of the 18-wheelers, all of that stuff potentially being exhausted by 50%. And if y'all caught Vision Preparedness live yesterday, he made a very important point. He gonna say this. He said what I'm about to say too. Allegedly, from what I heard from my research, the the initial union workers are striking from the Gulf of Mexico down here where I'm at, all the way up the eastern seaboard. Yep. But there's also speculation that some of the larger ports on the West Coast will join in solidarity. So that takes it from 50% all the way down to about 30 or 25%. And also understand this, the products that are shipped in on the Pacific coast are very different from the items that are shipped in on the Atlantic coast.
Yep.
What you gonna do? I'm done. I'm sorry. You got me all excited and hot and bothered. Let me stop.
That was the goal.
Yeah.
That was the goal. And that's just it, folks. If they strike, and I think it was Paul Conroy Sr. that said it's going to be 2020 on steroids. Okay? Not going to be able to get nothing. If you don't have it, you won't be able to get it. Plain and simple.
Facts.
And you will be seeing folks fight in the stores over toilet paper and paper towels.
And you know, I want to say something.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, VP. Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
No. It's a little bit of a delay. I'm sorry, bro.
Nah, you good. Go ahead.
Okay. I try to stay as politically neutral as possible because I'm an independent. So I don't do it on my own platform too much. So I showed doggone ain't gonna do it on my friend platform here. But I will say this. I have heard that the current administration, look, let me preface it with this. Y'all may not believe it, but I'm the oldest one on this panel up here. And back in 1997, hey, look here. Back in 1997, UPF workers had a strike, if I'm not mistaken. And it held up medications, it held up this, it held up that, it held up a whole lot of stuff, right? At the time, I believe it was Bill Clinton. He interjected and said, y'all, look, what can we do for both sides to help y'all find some medium some reciprocity so we can resolve this issue? The current administration has said, and you know, it is what it is. Because that's his right to do so. He said, I'm going to let y'all figure it out. I'm going to let y'all work it out. It's an election year. I get it. People trying to stay as clean and dry and neat as possible. Fine. I get it. But keep that in put that in your pipe and smoke it. Right? Mm-hmm. So with that being said, you also have to consider the fact that it is, in fact, an election year and an election season. And I will say this, and this is nothing against the current vice president. This is nothing against the current administration. But following some of the other things I've heard and seen and read, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I was wondering the hell, why in the hell are you talking about price controls? I could understand if you was talking about price controls in 2020. I could understand if you was talking about price controls in 2021. But hell, it's 2024. So do you know something that I don't know that we should be in anticipation of? Because it's not going to be enough of everything. So you preemptively, was it a Freudian slip? I don't know. But the shit makes sense to me.
Yeah, that right there. So, you know, y'all know me. I'm going to call it out like I call it out. Grandpa Ice Cream in the circus, I'm going to jump in this rabbit hole, okay? And y'all can pull me out by my feet or whatever, or just throw some dirt over the hole and just say, he gone, folks, VP gone. What if this whole contract dispute is planned? Allegedly, there's a strike. Allegedly. Shutting down every port in this great country for a given time. And we all know what's coming up in less than 30 days. And wouldn't that be the exact 38 days, 4 hours, 24 minutes, and 1 second? Okay, just to let y'all know. Wouldn't that be an amazing disaster? Because you all know they've already said, you know, never let a good disaster go to waste, and we need to take advantage of it. Total chaos. They could postpone something, sustain something, put another law in place.
Yep.
And next thing you know, we got chaos in our country from folks from other countries. I don't know. Allegedly. Somebody pull me out of this. Allegedly.
Let me pull. I'm pulling you, and then I'm gonna let the slack out, and I'm gonna drop you because I'm jumping in there with you. So, like, if people, I don't know what else people. Now, I talked to Viz obviously before we did this live because I was backstage. So I ain't gonna get too buck wild over here with it. But you know, he give me a little bit of rain every now and again. You know, I ain't one of them people. You give me an inch, I'm gonna take a mile. I'm gonna take about a half a mile or maybe 3/4. What else do people need to see before this gets serious to you? And I'm not talking to the majority of this audience. I'm talking to some of y'all who still got to argue or debate with maybe your spouses, maybe some of your cousins, maybe some of your nieces and nephews. Basically, everybody who gonna bring their ass over to your house when everything at its worst. That's who some of y'all deal with them, and that's who you got to battle with and try to convince or whatever. Y'all, for those who recognize me in this live, and y'all been wondering where Jay and April been, busy, grinding, getting my ducks in a row. Because if you didn't have kind, caring, supportive, willing to not only encourage and entice to do better and be better people like my young brother, Mr. Vision Preparedness right here, you ain't finna get it from me. I'm yes, sir. You young man, you right there in the blue, you sir. You keep it going. You keep it going, because I'm somewhere over the rainbow, bro. I'm so exhausted with trying to tell. It's like it's showtime. It's fourth quarter right here. We literally got about 10 minutes left in the game. Mm-hmm. And I think it's gonna be a whole lot of sad folk and long faces when and if this strike is as pronounced as it has the potential to be, because as Vision just mentioned, there's an election coming up. What body allows an opportunity like this to go to waste? I'm gonna stop right there.
Yeah, that's true. You know, I don't know. I may be connecting a dot that ain't supposed to be connected. I don't know. Okay. I don't have a genie. I don't believe in magic. Well, I believe in magic coffee, but I don't have no crystal ball and none of that. But being me, at times you got to sit back and just.
There you go.
And watch what's happening. Pay attention. That's right. Pay attention to what's going on,
That's
folks.
it, bro.
Pay attention.
That's it, bro. That's it.
And it'll be pure chaos if that strike happens.
Absolutely. And while we talking, before we get into some of the weeds of it, Vision, before we get into some of the little bit more wonky parts of the conversation where we actually reading policy and reading what came out of this recent event. Just because we still on the shutdown at this part of the conversation.
Right.
I really need people to understand that just not quite 40% of, so you got different commodities. You got different commodities, man. You got the commodities you wear on your back. You got the commodities you wear on your feet. You got the commodities. Somebody put in the chat a little bit ago, they said most Americans are consumers. They not producers. That's very true. And because of NAFTA, all of this came into place to the level in which it exists right now. And do the average person know how much of our produce come from other countries? So that beautiful piece of romaine that you're consuming right now, your super healthy salad that you chop right now, you know that head of romaine is probably about 5 weeks old and it came from Argentina. It got shipped over here. It's been kept cool, but it wasn't grown locally. And half of the stuff that's edible produce is not consumed by Americans. It's shipped. And even getting down to chickens, man. Did you know that some of the biggest poultry producers here ship birds over there to be processed, to be shipped back? I need y'all to understand something. So Vision be going live when I've been going live over this past 2 or 3 years, and we've been telling y'all, pay attention to why this poultry plant blew up over here. Pay attention to how that train just derailed over there. Pay attention to what happened in Texas City where the refinery is blowing up and stuff. Y'all, we've been hanging on by a thread. And that thread is down to the last thread. Again, I say, what are you? What you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. And Devil Dog Prepper is absolutely right. Everyone should be growing their own veggies. And you know, I actually had a conversation with Country Dreamin and the COO. I'm like, I'm tired. I've been telling folks for years. And I pray that I am 1,000% wrong about nobody's listening, nobody's paying attention, nobody's doing the things. And both of these two amazing people, that one is the love of my life, and the other one, I don't even know why I like him, but he don't like me, but his wife is amazing. So I guess that's his glue. But you know, they're like, you can't stop.
I'll take it.
Yeah. They said you can't stop. People are actually listening to you. And they're doing the things. They're getting ready. And, you know, as a content creator, sometimes we don't feel like nobody's listening to us. You know? So I will say that. I say that to say this. Keep prepping. Now, the gist of this whole strike, and I said it Thursday, there's 2 reasons why they're striking. One, they want more money because they ain't had cost of living. Okay, I get that. Yes, everybody deserves a raise. Even if you don't deserve a raise, you deserve a cost of living increase because now you got to pay $9.38 for butter. Okay. The second one, which I agree 1,000%, is they want automation completely taken out of the equation. Loading, unloading, gates, everything. They want all of that automation stopped because that's costing jobs. That's messing with families. That's taking livelihoods away. That's taking food off of babies' plates. I agree with that.
Yep.
Camo Carl, good to see you, my bro. Welcome in. Did I see the professor scoot in here? Good to see you, Mad Chad. Greetings.
Yeah. What's up, Chad?
There he is. So, you know, folks, get ready, because if this strike hits, you better be ready.
I just want to speak to that very briefly, and I'm so glad you brought up that automation point of view, bro. Because look here, family. Basically, now I don't think that any of these longshoremen are greedy people. Is it a great paying job? Is it probably one of the last best union jobs you can have? Absolutely, man. There's more people. It's longshoremen, especially in Cali and the ones on the East Coast and even down here in the South, man. They making more money than some of your local doctors and lawyers without the
Yep.
debt. Like these folk pulling in for real. They well into the six figures and they deserve it. But here's the thing. The reason they pushing so hard to eliminate automation altogether, because if they don't stand up now, they won't have a tomorrow. How in the hell you go? Oh, I put it like this. Any of y'all that never had a job, I heard it happen. It ain't happened to me because I wouldn't stick around. I wouldn't do it. But could you imagine a job instead of a 2-week notice? Because jobs don't do this no way. Don't no job give you a 2-week notice and be like, yep, Bob, I'm sorry, but we're gonna fire you in 2 weeks. So kind of get your stuff in order, get your ducks in a row, because we get to let you go. Don't work like that. These people have been doing their craft long enough to see that they about 4 to 5 years away from none of them being necessary or relevant no more. So if you was in that position, I hate that it's gonna have the impact that it has on the country, but at the same time, I can't say I wouldn't feel exactly how they feel, because you basically telling me you finna let me go, but not only do you want me to train my replacement, you want me to help train a robot to replace me. I can't say I would feel no different, man.
Right.
I really don't.
That's true. So, folks, like I say, and I'll always say, keep your eye on what's going on with the longshoremen in the country. Because if the East Coast strikes, okay. But if the West Coast joins them, it's game over.
Ooh,
It's
man.
game over, and ain't nothing getting in or getting out.
At all.
Am I fear mongering? No.
Nope.
I'm just informing y'all to keep an eye on it, because that's how all goods get in and out of these great republic states of this nation. Plain and simple. Now,
Absolutely.
yeah. Now, the next topic. I don't even know where to go. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what to do other than do what I do and be who I be. And
Yes, sir.
and I'm gonna start with this. I'm gonna drop this link in the chat as I'm talking about this, because y'all need to see this for yourself and do some research. Because over last weekend at the UN headquarters in New York, they had a summit, which they called Summit of the Future. Okay. I dropped the link in the chat to the UN's website where you can literally read this document that was adopted. Okay? Didn't nobody vote on it. Didn't nobody ask about it. It's a 66-page document that talks about everything they talked about and what they didn't say. And you gotta do your research on this. Okay? There are 58 actions that they're going to take place, that they're going to execute.
Yep.
I don't know how in the blue blazes. Well, I do know, because the media mafia just let it slip and slide and didn't promote it, didn't say nothing about it. And it's the alternative news sources that you're hearing everything about it. So I
Yep.
gave you the link, download the document, read through it. Okay. Odom, good to see you, my brother. How are you? Welcome in. And first of all, let me do this before we dive into this. I just want to say thank y'all for joining us tonight and hanging out on a Friday, which is very unusual for me. But I want to thank everybody that stopped in tonight, you know? And man, my cup runneth empty. Whew.
You got to fix that, bro. You got to go fix that, man.
I'm gonna try, but I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna see if magic works on Friday night. Joy Calhoun,
Hey,
welcome in. Yeah.
COO, she gonna come through for you. She the clutch, man. She always gonna slide through for you. I want to say what's up, Odom's Homestead and Mad Shad, and a couple of most people come through and said hello while you was talking, bro. So hello to everybody who I didn't acknowledge individually, but one big old Texas size hey and how you doing to each and every one of y'all. Now,
Absolutely. So this
so
summit of the future. This summit of the future, folks, pretty much they said not only what they gonna do for every other country on the planet, but also our country, these republic states of America. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to read through this document because this could be shenanigans in the making. I'll put it that way, and leave it at that.
Well said, sir.
Well
said. Well
so
said.
The document, you guys got to read this, please. Take the time and download it. And you know me, I'm always going to tell y'all in a heartbeat. Listen for what you don't hear.
Okay. That part. Yeah.
Listen for what you don't hear. Lisa Harris, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah. Yeah. So, what's your take on this whole weekend summit, bruh?
I don't know what everybody's deity is, but if you do believe in Jesus, it might be a good time to holler at him. If you believe in Buddha, go talk to him too. If you believe in Krishna, just send her a text. You need to go to a deity right now, to a higher power, baby, because these folks done got outlandish. Ain't nobody asked me nothing, how I feel about nothing, and our sovereignty has been completely compromised, negotiated, and it's run amok. Hold on a minute. Let me clutch my pearl. Y'all see me over here clutching my pearl? I'm clutching my pearl because the reality of us waking up one day and all the money in your account has been converted to what will be part of your CBI.
And what is CBI?
Don't say what can't. I'm sorry. Your UBI, your Universal Basic Income. The powers that be been barking up this tree for a couple of decades now. Mm-hmm. This ties into the first part of the conversation, right? So we started out talking about this strike, how automation has become so surreal that the reason is bigger than pay. These people are fighting to have a job 5 and 10 years from now, right? Because automation will eventually just eradicate the need for their existence. So you, in one whop right there, you got 45,000 people don't have a job no more.
Yeah.
That job, those 45,000 jobs turns into 500,000 like this. If you got 45,000 employees working at these docks, just pick one dock, right? Or one shore, one port that they work out of, one of them ports they work out of. These people stop and get gas along the way.
Yep.
That's convenience stores. That's impacting convenience stores. I'm pretty sure it's food trucks that hang around outside the gate, or maybe have access inside the gate so they can take their 30-minute lunch break. That's another person that lost their job. 45,000 hard hats is a lot of hard hats. Don't get me wrong, hard hats can last for a long time, but people still need them. That's a whole nother industry. What about the gear that they use? What about the reflective vest? What about your onesies, your coveralls, and your steel toe boots, and all of this stuff? Mm-hmm. Every job affects and impacts another job. Just like if you were infantryman, everybody in the military supports you.
Yeah.
Every other job, from finance all the way down to the cooks, all the way down to the medics, everybody's job is linked to that infantryman.
That's right.
Same thing. This ain't no different. So if you got 45,000 people that find themselves unemployed permanently, do you understand the trickle down effects of what this will do to the larger economy? Yeah. And I don't know if people taking the time to process that or think about that, but that's a real impact that we sitting on the precipice of, bro.
Yeah. And this summit, it literally outlines their actions and what they're going to do. You need to read through this document and see what's going on. So they're talking about, keep in mind, I'm telling y'all, listen for what you do not hear. Okay. One of the actions, they say, we will end hunger and eliminate food insecurity in all forms of malnutrition.
Sir, will you say that one? Will you read that one more time for the people in the back?
We will end hunger and eliminate food insecurity and all forms of malnutrition.
Got it.
So
I'm tracking.
This planet has been around for a long time. And in the book I read, it says in the book, he has put everything on this planet to feed you, him, her, them, Pookie and them, and all them way in the back. He didn't say it was a limited supply.
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yep.
We breaking news. Breaking news. Oh, the magic is real, y'all. It even works.
There you go.
It even works on a Friday.
There you go.
If you hear the pour, here's the rest of it. I love you. And thank you. How's studying going? Long. Say hi to everybody.
Hola.
Long. There it is, y'all. The COO says hi.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? I love you too.
She said "Está bien" as she had on her "Está bien." Okay. Well, if you come back and quit running, maybe somebody could understand. See, I love you. Yeah, she's gone. Anyway,
there you go.
My cup is full. And thank you again. Love you. Exactly, Ghost Lincoln.
She's the best.
Sounds like straight eat the bugs and be happy statement. Yeah. So, anywho, that's one action that they say they're gonna do, and I'm gonna let this youngster throw in his other comment, but I'm gonna say this first. They say we will close the Sustainable development goal financing gap in developing countries.
Could you elaborate on that, sir, please, for the simple-minded little country folk like myself?
Well, it says we are deeply concerned by the growing sustainable development goal financing gap facing developing countries. We must close the gap.
Outstanding. Well, what I heard,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, what I heard from that is you finna Robin Hood me. You finna Robin Hood the hell out of me. I want to see everybody eat, man. I want to see everybody do good in life. I've lived. Many of you all who know me and met me online, I was literally living in East Africa when I started this channel. I done always stood 10 toes down for Texas. I done always carried my state and my where I'm from on my shoulders, and I'm proud to do so. But trying to Robin Hood this situation ain't gonna work out real good for nobody if we're gonna be honest about it. It's just not gonna work out well. And you know, when anybody or governing body is talking the way they talking, for one, that's just a little suspect. For two, and for three, I need people to understand that we talking about stuff at a global level now. So I don't even mind being called a conspiracy theory. You can call me whatever the hell you want to call me, honestly. I don't care. I'm cool with it. Because back when I was talking about chemtrail 20 years ago, back when I was saying them that long ass cloud ain't supposed to be a mile long and just stay there for 5 hours, I was getting called crazy. And today, here we is in 2024. The same people who said I was crazy ain't got nothing to say to me. They shh. They hush mouth. They real quiet. So I don't care about the presumption that some people may see my positions as over exuberant or conspiracy theorists or tinfoil hat wearer. I would say something I can't say because I'm a guest on this kind gentleman's live, but I would say something a little naughty if you know, if it was over on my spot. But I want all of y'all to let that go. Everybody who hearing my voice right now, man, let that go. With the stuff that's done happened over the past 5 years, if anybody is quick to call you crazy or tinfoil hat or conspiracy theorist or conspiratorial, do yourself a favor and re-examine the position that they hold in your life. How about that? And I'm gonna stop right there, bro.
So here's another action that they say they're going to do. We will ensure that the multilateral system, the multilateral trading system, continues to be an engine for sustainable development. Now, here goes a dot that I'm gonna connect to one word, and y'all can do what you want with it. I'll read the statement again. We will ensure that the multilateral trading system continues to be an engine for sustainable development. One word for that statement, in my opinion: monopoly.
There you go. There you go. Hold on, let me. I can't dad drink like how you do it, but hold on, I'm finna try the dad drink. So let me.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
You know, the writing is on the wall, man. It can't be no more blatant. It can't be no more obvious. I did a video a long time ago on this channel, and I was talking like, do y'all see how this all coming together? The 15-minute cities. Do you see how automation is playing a role? Do you see how having a car that ain't got no carburetor in it is
Go ahead and hold it down. I'll be right back. And he froze. So how could I leave? Yeah. Well, I hope I'm still here. He left. Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't leave. Yeah. He'll be back. Don't worry. But what I wanted to say, and I'm glad I didn't leave, making it make sense. That's right. Yes. I hope they didn't get him. I hope they didn't get him. Thank you, Ghost Lincoln, for the 5x5. Yes, good. They didn't take down the stream, and everything's everything. So this is a document that is basically pulling the world. Thank you for the 5x5, Cherokee. Appreciate it. Into a one system. I'll say that because I don't want us to get, smacked. And it is to a point where enough is enough. And if we don't, we're all y'all are smart. Y'all see the writing on the wall. Right. Exactly, Daryl. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. It is a takeover in the making. And we cannot let that happen in this great United States because we have what's called a constitution. The very first words of it say, "We the people." Exactly, Michael. Yes. Yes. And Chance, you're dead on it. As he said, got to be prepped and ready before the normies get upset because that's when it all unhinges. Correct. And our brother is back, and I think he's there, and I hope you're there. You good? You're muted, so we'll see. Yeah, but that's what we got to do, y'all. We got to make sure that we're ready because when they drop this ball, it ain't no going back unless we take it back. Skull. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Joy and Daryl. Yes. Commie ship, lollipop. Yes. Y'all can figure it out. But I highly suggest everybody at least look at that document. And here is a link to the Summit of the Future again, and you can go through it. That was the whole weekend. And there is the Summit of the Future outcome document is there. You can download it and read it yourself. Yeah. Yeah. And whatever's going on over there with them other folks, they acting crazy. Miss P, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. She says, you think now people would take heed of a potential strike and get extra food. That's right. That's absolutely right, y'all. Absolutely. And my brother's back, and welcome back. You there? You're muted. And let me see if I can tell this brother to unmute, and he disappeared. Okay. You're right, Daryl. The British have a different word for everything. Yeah. Steel and Tree, good to see you. Steel and Tree said by going to a cashless society, all they're doing is creating a black market where cash will be used. You're absolutely right. And on that note, I will be right back. And in the meantime, I'll leave you with a little music. I can hear something here. And I'm back. Okay, here we go. Yeah, had to leave y'all with a little interesting music while y'all sat there and laugh at us. But, it's good. My brother's back. Let's see if he's back. You back? You're muted. Let's see if I can tell him to unmute. No, I can't unmute him. He has to unmute himself. Prepper Book Club in the building. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, welcome in. Paul said got to play the flowers or life as a screensaver here on the musical break. Yeah, Teresa, welcome in. Good to see you. But folks, I'm serious. We gotta figure this out and be ready and stay ready so we don't have to get ready. We see it coming. This summit, they slipped this in. So for those of y'all, if you heard anything about the summit before it happened, put a 1 in the chat. If you heard about this before it actually took place last weekend. Yeah. Okay, Daryl said he heard about it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I didn't. Paul, okay. There, see, that's why I said y'all smarter than me. I didn't hear nothing about this until the day of. And it all took place in the Big Apple. And okay, he rejected the request to unmute and he just bounced. Okay, well, that's okay. We'll be here till he gets back because that's my brother and I appreciate him and he got a lot to say. Meantime, let's do this. Y'all, because y'all are the important ones. It just ain't about me or Country Dreamin. We just having a conversation to inform and talk about some stuff, get some opinion, find out some things. And we like to include y'all because y'all are smart people. Yeah. How y'all doing with all this rain, hurricane, and everything else that rolled through? Everybody good? I'm with you, Prepper Book Club. I must be out of the loop too. Okay, let's see how this goes. Well, maybe it didn't. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. All-American Prepper. Good to see you, my brother. Welcome in. And everybody else that came in as well. It is what it is. Daryl said hurricane avoided us. That's cool. It was a light, steady rain here today, all day. There he is, and he's back, folks. Yeah, welcome back, bruh. And he left. Okay. Yep, same here, Prepper Book Club. Yep, it rained here all day, but it was a light rain. It was like an annoying rain. The garden's loving it, which I'm glad because now I don't have to water it today, tomorrow, or whatever. But I guess we're supposed to have rain all day tomorrow, which is okay. And all that good stuff. But anyway, I hope everybody is doing safe, being safe, and is safe. And if you had to ride out the hurricane, I'm glad you rode it out. All right, he's back. Let's see if he's really back. Are you back?
I hope I am, man. We've been talking too much, man. I think the people coming to get me, bro.
They coming to
I,
whip your leg. As soon as you dropped out,
I think the people.
I was going to walk and take care of something, and you dropped, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, I can't go nowhere. So we had some background music while I went and did what I had to do, and he's back, folks. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I popped up for a couple of seconds and you wasn't here. And like we said, like hell, if they do it, why can't we do it? Never let a good opportunity go to waste. So I went up there into the kitchen and got me a piece of backstrap I cooked earlier. So, and came back and was just messing with the internet, tried everything. When I say they kicked me out, they kicked me all the way out, man. Yeah.
Well, welcome back. Stealing Trees. Yes. Stealing Trees said, I'm in East Tennessee. Flooding, bridges out, houses swept away, even curfews. Stealing Tree, please stay safe, bruh. Please, 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 please stay safe wherever you
Yes.
are. Stay safe, and there it is. So let's get back into what we was talking about. You were saying,
Yeah. Let me see here. I was on section 2. Can you hear
yes,
me, Vision? Okay.
yes,
I was on section 2. Like I said, Vision has already put this PDF in the chat. You can go up and find it more likely than not. But it's on page 4, action 2. We will place the eradication of poverty at the center of our efforts to achieve the 2030 agenda. Whole nother conversation. I ain't gonna go too deep into 2030. Look it up. Hell, Google it. Now I will read. I'm not gonna go through A and B, but I will read the preface to both of those, or the thesis behind both of those. Eradicating poverty in all its forms and dimensions, including extreme poverty, is an imperative for all of humankind. We decide to, and then you have point A, and then you have point B. Now, on the surface, right, I would sound like the jerk. I would sound like the bad guy because it's like, well, of course, who don't want to eradicate poverty? Who don't want to see everybody with a little change in their pocket and food on their table and
yep,
a happy, sustained life? Here's the deeper question behind that. Who is the purveyor of who get to decide what goes from who and what's disseminated to whom else or whomever? What governing body is the one that gets to make that decision? That's one point. And the other point is, as someone who has lived in about 4 countries in my life, the most recent being living in East Africa and traveling all over Central Africa and East Africa, everybody don't want to live like us.
right.
Believe it or not, there are people who do not want to adopt Western habits, mannerisms, ways of life, so on and so forth. Hell, there's people right here in this country. Some of them might be in New York, some of them might be in Los Angeles, some of them might be up in the Dakotas. Hell, there's people in this country don't want to live like how I live. I literally just went and got a piece of deal when my internet went out. I'm just saying, bro. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, you absolutely right. And who says they gonna make the shots? Who's gonna govern this? And nobody asked me nothing.
Absolutely.
Nobody knocked on my door. My phone didn't ring. I didn't get an email. I didn't get a text message.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing. Man, y'all. Okay. See. Now, Vision. You gonna make me do what I didn't want to do. I'm gonna go ahead and touch on point A, how it's gonna all unfold according to them. I ain't write this. They wrote this. Point A of section 2. Section 2.
Action 2.
Action 2. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm looking at it and you see that's why you make the big bucks. Take comprehensive and targeted measures to eradicate poverty by addressing the multidimensional nature of poverty, including through rural development strategies and investments and innovations in the social sector, excuse me, especially education and health. I came to the country. I live in the middle of nowhere for a reason.
That right there. That right
I
there.
don't I don't want you coming here. I don't. You know what I don't want right next door, or down the road from me. Look, I love them. I think they're necessary. I've participated in them. I don't want a youth center next door. I don't want a convention center next door or down the road, a mile or 2 miles or 3 miles or 5. I came out here because this is where I need and want to be. So if you think that basically this is how I interpret this vision, I'm gonna wrap it up so I won't just be monologuing.
You all right?
If you think that country folk like myself is gonna be okay with the powers that be making a decision that they finna turn the country into the city and turn the city into whatever the hell they got planned to turn it into, you're wrong, ma'am and or sir. You wrong. And
Yeah.
you gonna have an issue with persons like myself. Cause we ain't signed up for that. I don't want no parts of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm done.
Yeah. So another action, this is action 6, it says, we will invest in people to end poverty and strengthen trust and social cohesion.
Man. Look here.
Strengthen trust.
Come on, bro. Come on.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm old for a reason. And the book I read clearly states don't trust everybody.
Vision, you know, in many ways,
Jim
you
Ketchum is
stick.
in the building. Good to see you.
Mm.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
No, you good, bro. You good. I'm gonna put it like this. I don't want to have social. It may make me sound like the biggest butthole in the world. I don't want to have social cohesion with everybody. I don't want to have. I want everybody to be happy and live their life however they see fit. But I don't want to be in a position where I'm forced to have social cohesion with people that. Now, take this community for instance. It's deeper than just the pre-existing parameters like race, ethnocentrism, and the whole concept of a social caste system, because we already divided on those measures. The last thing I want is somebody. This some Hunger Games type shit, man. The last thing I want is you telling me that my district is allowed to shop on Thursday and Friday, and the people who live 80 miles from me, they shopping days is on Mondays and Tuesdays. The social cohesion that they talking about is not the regular just run of the mill. Oh, let's all kind of get together and sing kumbaya and play volleyball. No, we talking about whether you like them or not. You finna get along with these people, and you gonna do this, that, and the third. Y'all, this is a whole different ball game. I'm begging y'all, please go read this. Even if it take you a week, read 2 pages a day. Read 2 pages a day and see what your conclusion is.
Yeah. And you know, there's 58 points in here. We ain't even got to 10 yet. But there's one there's and we're not going to go through all of this, but we just want to give y'all a pinch of what it tastes like and what they're talking about. There's one action in here. This is action number 7. It says, we will strengthen our efforts to build peaceful, just, and inclusive societies for sustainable development. Provide access to justice for all and build effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels and uphold human rights and fundamental freedoms. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this right now, right here. Y'all can mark the time. It is 8:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, September 27th, 2024. If y'all believe Action 7, I have some oceanfront property dead smack in the middle of Wyoming that I'm willing to sell for $9.8 million. You get a dock, you get a yacht, you got a 9-bedroom house, 5 bathrooms, 8-car garage. Hit me up if you want to buy it. I'm telling y'all, and see now, I hope my personal moderator is in the chat because I'm ready to go full blown retard on this document. And before I do that, I'm just gonna close it out because I can't read no more.
It's heavy like that, brother. It's heavy. It's heavy, man.
Exactly, Cha. I hit you up on that deal, and we'll talk about it. Yeah, but folks, the time is now. Okay. Our window of opportunity is closing. Keep on prepping, keep on stacking, keep on racking, keep on practicing, keep on praying. Yeah, see, my personal moderator said save it for Rumble Vision. Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
I may have to bounce over there this weekend just to blow off some steam and just do what I do. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely should, because this is a conversation that what's going on, Scott? This is a conversation that's got to continue and will continue moving forward. But bro, I want to say this. So when we got back to the U.S. from Africa, having lived there for 3 years, and Vision and I became friends while I was pretty new into my YouTube career, my content creator career, whatever you want to call it. And he's been, along with Melissa, along with the COO, has been a phenomenal support system. And when we got to the before we even left, actually, I'm one of the few people who I think might have known I was coming.
Yep.
And since we got here, it's been a game of catch up because we built all this infrastructure, all this stuff. We hadn't even had our 1,000-liter water tank for like 2 months. That's roughly 275 gallons, almost 300 gallons. We finally got one, and we was excited about that. Life happened. We need to come home. Now that we home, we see what home is. We need to make some big decisions, right?
Yes. 1 second. Can one of my
Go ahead,
mods please drop the link to Country Dreamin's channel? Folks, what this brother talks about, this is one of my good friends. He do this all the time. He make me come out of the bushes in the middle of a meeting just to give my little 2 cents. But if
I
one of my
appreciate that.
moderators could drop his link to his channel, I would appreciate it. Go ahead and continue, man.
Oh, no, thank you, bro. And I'm going to wrap it up. I just want to say this, man. Between Vision and the COO, when we first got back to the States, he never talk about it. He never mentioned it. He don't, he ain't a real collar popper. You know what I'm saying? He just do what he do and just kind of let that be. But one of these days, I get this big old box. I just get this big old box. And it's full of all kinds of goodies. And it came from him and the COO. When you in a process of starting over and you feel like you running out of time, that's the kind of people you want and need on your team, in my opinion. That's just me. Everybody don't feel the same way, but that's just me. So he say this all the time, man. The time is now. And while some of us, not the people in this chat, the people who know and the people who know better, but for other people out there in the world, if you catch this replay, the time might be this weekend. If you got paid today and you on the fence, you might want to go hit up your local Costco or grocery store or Sam's or wherever region you live in. You might want to have a little extra before this whole shutdown go down, because ain't nobody finna do you no favors. Everybody who you think your friend ain't gonna be your friend. And very few people in this world, when it comes to snatching that chicken broth and them paper towels and that toilet paper or whatever else commodity they choose to consume or purchase, the last thing they're gonna be thinking about is you. Oh, well, I've gotten 5 of them. Let me save the other 10 for Susie and Meredith and Charles. Man, them folk think about their grandkids. These people thinking about they self. They thinking about maybe a neighbor if they care enough. They thinking about longevity for self. I didn't make it that way. That's the world we live in. So I'm saying 2 things. I'm blessed, I'm fortunate to have some of the folk in my life that I got in my life. And for 2,
Yep.
if this really happened, ain't nobody coming to save you, family.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody coming to save you. And that, I just want to get that out real quick, bro.
And that's fine. And you're right. And thank y'all for dropping the link to Country Dreamin's channel.
Oh, thank
And
y'all. Thank y'all.
I think our Rumble channel's there. And while I'm
Yeah,
speaking, folks, on our Patreon channel, and I misspoke Thursday, and thank you, Dan H, for correcting me. Our Patreon channel is what I call our document repository. It's free to join. Some people have been amazing and they donate an extra $1 or $1. Join our Patreon channel and go through the documents and videos. They're there for y'all. Download them, put them on a flash drive, put them on a portable hard drive, whatever you can, because those are documents that are going to not only help you survive, but help you thrive. Everything from everything. That's all I'm going to say. But those that do find the kindness in their heart and donate $1, they get some extra documents that everybody doesn't get. That's what I do for them, because they give a little bit, and that's perfectly fine. And I appreciate y'all. But everybody needs to join our Patreon channel, because there's so many documents over there, and I'll be dropping new ones this weekend. And every time I drop a document or a video, you get a notification that VP put something up there new. So I appreciate y'all.
Can I say something to that real quick?
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll make it quick. Bro.
You're fine.
I know you're trying to wind things down. I just want to say it. So when it comes to these PDFs, right? If you do go over to and you catch Vision over on other platforms where he's dropping PDFs and whatnot, y'all, with these PDFs, if you get one of these right here, do something to help preserve the information that you have, because I want, and I don't know if he want to go down this rabbit hole or not, because I don't know exactly how much time he got, but I will say this, family. I don't think it's going to be gone for forever. But the luxury that we have right now of just jumping on and having full throttle internet access, so on and so forth, I anticipate a period between sometime this year and sometime next year where we get a little stone agey. It's going to get a little stone agey. So I get it. You ain't got enough space in your house or apartment or studio, and you don't got room for 1,500 books. This is about 10,000 books right here, depending on how big it is, how many pages the book got. Man, start saving that information. So have y'all seen that man garden? Look, like taking recipes, gardening tips, how to's, how to fix this, how to fix that, how to I don't know, change out your alternator. What if your belt's squeaky? What if your tomatoes not growing? What if your pepper's not growing? Like, family, we got to start adjusting fire to really consider what we being confronted with. And that's, I just want to say that, bro.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. And Ghost Lincoln said, the groups are slowly removing the intel we need to survive because they don't want us to have the knowledge. Absolutely right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We got to do it, folks.
Yep.
And I'm not saying don't do it for me. You ain't even got to do it for you. Do it for them next generations that are coming up in your family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Do it for
sir.
them. If and I'm gonna steal this moniker from this young whippersnapper. If you ain't got an extra can of sardines and an extra bottle of water, boy, you in a world of hurt.
You in trouble, baby. You in
Yeah,
trouble.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Exactly, Chance. You got to collect older books sometimes. Absolutely. And I'm gonna tell y'all, if everything goes sideways, and I need to make a run with my crew, the first place we hitting is the closest library.
Great place.
I ain't going to the
Great
store.
place.
I don't need to go to the store. I'm going to the library.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Right. And some Vision, I know you done talked about this a million times, but I'm gonna say it again because it might be one or two people in here who haven't heard you or I say this before.
Yeah.
Y'all start building your for those who can't see, I'm using finger quotes. Start building your community right now. Start building your community right now. Now it looked good on The Walking Dead and all these other zombie shows, how they just kind of happen by one another and they end up coalescing and some people fall in love and they over here making musty love because ain't nobody washed in about 3 weeks and because they've been running and everybody stinks. So I don't see how that happens. But nature is what nature is. But with that being said, imagine the benefit of having people that you can trust and rely on right now versus once it's all and fell apart and you
Hold
just
it
taking
down.
your chances with people. I got you, bro. See, he can't do that. He can't give me an opportunity like that. He done told me to hold it down. Let me see. Hey, cat lady, Paul J. Conroy Sr. say, as far as lost knowledge and as well as censorship that is going on, I got a crap load of books that will help everyone in more ways than I can ever say. I believe that, sir, because for many people in this world, if you want to make knowledge or information uh, unreadily available or give it some form of ambiguity, place it in written text. Place it in written text. And I'm always perplexed by these types of subject matter because you ever think about it. So this for my people out here, some of y'all who got kids and grandkids in school. I think we're going on about 10 years now, depending on the state, of where they don't even teach cursive in school no more. What is your signature in? What Vision, help me with this because maybe I'm
Yeah.
missing some. What is your signature in? That's literally the digressing humanity back to a level like chattel slavery where all you could do was put an X. You know
That's
your
right.
name is Charles Jones or Charles Johnson, but all you can do is put an X on that because you don't know what a C is.
Yeah. They don't, like you said, they don't teach cursive in school. So how it is
Right.
these generations writing their signature?
Think about that, y'all. I told you I don't mind being called a conspiracy theorist no more. But how do
Yeah.
you sign that mortgage when you get them keys and you got to sit down and sign those 30, 40 pages worth of paperwork and you put your signature down like at least 20 times? What are you writing that in if you don't know what cursive script is?
That's right.
Is everything gonna be automated? So in the future, because I know it already exists, I guess they just gonna do it all technology, bro. As long as it's in capital letters. That Daryl Johnson just put it. He said e-sign. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. Come on now. Come on,
So
man.
you're right, Daryl. My e-sign is still cursive
Yes.
because you have the option to do print or signature, cursive. My
Yep.
e-signature is in cursive because on those 4,000 documents you got to sign your life away for a mortgage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same.
But what time is it? 8:40. We got time. We got time. Folks.
However much time you got, baby. I'm here with you. I'm here with you.
Yeah. Pay attention. I'm gonna touch on this, and I didn't want to bring this topic up, but I'm gonna touch on it anyway because I don't care. I'm old,
Touch it.
and I can say
Touch it and
whatever I
feel on
want,
it.
and I don't
That's
care
right.
about the powers that be because I'm gonna be me. So you got the Z Man over there, and Poodle Man over there, and the Z Man was begging Grandpa Ice Cream and everybody else about we need more. We need more stuff. We need more rocks to throw. We need to reach them deeper. And we need to do this and that. And so they secretly, allegedly said, "All right, go ahead. You can use some bigger rocks to throw so you can reach in his backyard deeper."
Mm-hmm.
So the Poodle Man said, "Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. You throw one of them bigger rocks over here, I'm going to take that as aggression from not only you, but from all the other people that don't like us. And we will respond with a tactical rock, plain and simple."
Absolutely.
And you know what? I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Mm.
That's right, Ghost Lincoln. I touched it, but I ain't putting my mouth on it. That's right. So, Yardbird, my man, good to see you, my brother. He said, live your lives like today is your last day. Live your life like today is your last day on earth because someday you're going to be right. That's absolutely right, Yardbird. Yeah,
Wise words. Wise
yeah,
words.
absolutely. So, what they doing over there, I really don't care because whatever they do over there eventually is going to get here. And by the time that happens, we'll be ready to do. What concerns me
Right.
is all of these, and I'm gonna say it. I don't care. I don't care if I'm politically correct because right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't care how you spell it, smell it, dress it up, what you put it in, what you put on it, what you put under it, or what you put between it. Right is right
Come
and
on.
wrong is wrong. Now, all of those illegal aliens that are literally walking across our borders with the consent of the circus and Grandpa Ice Cream. If they kick off something because the ports are closed, can't get nothing in, can't get nothing out, and they try to do something because somebody put their mouth on it,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to send us into this so-called detention camp that looks exactly like your house.
Mm.
You tracking? Y'all tracking? Because y'all are
Mm.
smart. All hell's going to break loose in this country. And at that point of the game, folks, all bets are off.
All of them.
All bets are off. And I'll say this because I love all of y'all. We the people are the ones that are going to be the difference to bring this thing to a stop and bring our United States republics back to what it was supposed to be from the beginning.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Master of reality. Thank you for stopping in. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well this evening. Thank you for joining us. And I'll say this, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a secret, okay? I'm getting ready to drop a series, and it's called "The Time Is Now." That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh man. Oh man.
That's all I'm gonna say. So you know,
Yeah, you talking some good stuff right now, bro.
be on the lookout for that. And you know, we're gonna just do some things and 2 or 3 and go from there. But folks, keep prepping, please. Keep stacking, keep racking, keep practicing, keep praying, because there's a lot of darkness trying to cover this planet. And we are the light.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna give you the closing words, Country Dreamin', because we've held y'all captive long enough for 1 hour, 37 minutes, and some seconds counting. That's right, cat lady.
Absolutely.
Tell
I just
him
want to say,
you can never have enough. Daryl, bruh, I was
ever.
just reading his book the other day. Yeah.
Bill Cooper.
Yeah.
First off, I want to say thank you for having me, bro. Thank you for having this live and allowing me to be a part of it so we could share this information together. I want to thank my man Ghost for dropping my link again. And, you know, I haven't been as active as I need to be. I've been dropping videos versus how many times I would typically go live. But, you know, I'm still doing a little something. But thank you, VP, for pulling me out the bushes, so to speak, and kind of rallying me to get over here on this YT machine. I just want to say, family, nothing that Vision or myself has said, whether you see it as opinion or whether you see it as a matter of fact, is incorrect. These are true, real things that are going on. It may not be at your front step today, but that don't mean it can't be at your front step tomorrow.
That right there.
Take care of yourself. Take life. You know, we still gotta enjoy life, but when it's time to be serious, it's time to be serious. Enjoy the moment. As somebody just said, you know, live every day like it's your last one, because one of these days you're gonna be right. And
yes,
between what's going on overseas and what's going on domestically, and the fact that we live in a constant state of not knowing who's who around us, it's up to you to decide. It's up to you to decide. But I'm gonna end right here. If this shutdown, which seems to be inevitable at this point right here, does in fact take place on the 1st, pray even harder that it's only a couple of days versus a couple of weeks. Because once we hit that 1 month mark, if you got it already, you might be all right. But if you ain't got it, you ain't gonna get it. And that's gonna be a new way of living for the majority of the American population. So with that being said, man, if I missed anybody in the chat, I thank y'all for acknowledging me, for saying hello. Vision, thank you for having me. Oh, and don't forget my email classes, because some of y'all don't know how to use email. It's a free class, but it's $37 for administrative fees. I was trying to look up my Cash App because I'm gonna plug myself now, because I've been getting all this equipment and buying feed and stocking up over here. So if y'all want, hell, I can't remember my whatchamacallit. But anyway, $37. You can, the old email still work. AfricanDreamin@gmail.com. Send me $37 and I will teach you how to, this the kicker, send and receive emails. So there's that. And I'm done. I'm done.
There you have it, folks. I will say this.
Yes.
First and foremost, I want to thank everybody, y'all,
Yes.
for joining us tonight. Me and my brother been talking, and I said, you know what, bro, we need to have this conversation so folks can hear us. And second of all, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for hanging out with us tonight. And with that, I want everybody to have an amazing rest of your weekend. And remember this: keep on prepping, because your family depends on you and it depends on your life. This is Vision Preparedness. God bless everybody. Have an amazing evening, and we will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.
The time is now.